Здравейте, драги зрители на Esports Bulgaria, аз съм Теодор Борисов и се включвам за пореден път от Lanxess Arena в Кьон. Тук до мен е една от най-големите легенди на немската сцена, бившия капитан на съставът на Big, сегашен просто играч на Big, човек, който със сигурност или чието име със сигурност би могло да бъде свързано с немския Counter-Strike и дори да бъде използвано като негов синоним. Става въпрос за tabseN. tabseN, thank you very much for joining me for this one. We're going to start it off nice and light. We're going to talk about the fact that you just played a show match in the Lanxess and it looked like a very fun time. So yeah, it's not your first time playing in the Lanxess. You've done that in 2021 and in 2018, but it's definitely a special feeling for you to go out. Do you still feel the same excitement even though it's a show match when you step inside of the cathedral?
Definitely, it's always a special feeling to be in this arena, being all around these people who just enjoy the game. For us, it was also like we played professional. You know, we didn't take it too easy. We wanted to win, and it's like also an honor to win as a team Germany against a different nationality. So for us, it was like, yeah, let's do our best and enjoy the moment.
Also, it's World Cup time, so national pride is probably at a little bit of a higher. But talk to me a little bit about Cash, because I tried to ask Kaspersky about it, but I remember that he never actually played it in his professional career, because it got removed before he started. So you are someone that was around when Cash was around back in CSGO. What do you think about his potential return coming into the map pool, and which map would you want to see it replace if it does come back?
I would love to have Cash back, to be honest. I really like the map. I've been playing it also for a long time now because FaZe had put it in the map pool, so I've been grinding it a lot. I really enjoy the map. For me personally, I always liked it. It's like a kind of like a different approach on the map tool itself, but for me, to be honest, Mirage has to go out. It's the map which everyone plays the most. It's not so much fun anymore as a player for me personally. So I think if we had Cash back, potentially a good map pool.
I'm not sure if Blame would agree with the Mirage removal sentiment, but I guess we can leave that for another time. Let's talk a little bit about you. Now, that was your 10th major, right? And you've been playing the game for a very long time, but 2025 was a bit of a transition. You guys couldn't play a major after Shanghai, and now you came back for Cologne. So give me a bit of a shortened version of your perspective of 2025, going through the rebuilds, deciding to go international once again after the online era when you had Zantares and Smuya and all of these guys. How has that experience been for you, and now the final, I guess, stage of it, getting back to a major tournament?
For me personally, 2025 was really rough. Like, we had a really bad period of time. Like, we were all bottom, like we hit rock bottom. And to be fair, it was just about time to make a change. And luckily, we had some international stars like, right in front of our door, and we made really good conversations with them in the first place. They had a really good feeling to join us, especially blameF. Like, his vision was exactly like how I imagined it, and I have a really good relationship with him as well. So it was for me really easy to give up the IGL spot to him because I admire him as well. He's like inspiration to me. Of course, he's a legend in my eyes. He's playing also for a long time. I've been playing in my best time in 2020 in the online area. I've played against him many times in complexity. So I feel like we have a really, really good team right now. Really good pieces. Like, everyone needs to do exactly what we are supposed to do. We have good roles. We just need to work on our mentality, like that we are a unit, which we are doing right now really well. We made an impossible comeback at this tournament. So I'm looking forward to have more time with this team, and hopefully 2026 will be like even better, because this year, for now, it's one of the best we have in BIG. We have won many titles, even though they are small tournaments. For us, it's a really huge accomplishment, being from top 90 to top 20 maybe in the major. It's huge for us. But as you said, like, I've been here for for a long time. It's my 10th major. It's about time to play even better now.
All right, you mentioned the fact that you were kind of willing to give it away to blameF to be the in-game leader when you saw his vision. Was it an easy thing to let go of, though? Because you have been the IGL for so many years, and at a certain point you were one of the few people in Tier 1 that was able to make both IGLing and fragging work, right? But now you need to focus a little bit more on the supportive and maybe even fragging type of output. So how has that transition been going for you? Is it a little bit weird at times?
To be fair, it's really easy, because like back in the days, I was also in the conversation to be the IGL, which I wasn't. I really wanted to be that, but there was no one in Germany who was capable of doing so. So in that time, I was just going into the role really well. I had a really good coach back then who also supported me in that way. I went through thick and thin with him. So for me, it was really easy to give up this role, because if someone is really into this, I have an easier task to give it to him and support him in that way, which I can do because I was in these shoes for a long time. I know exactly how he feels. I know exactly what he's doing for the team. So I have his back in any cases. So for me, it's really important that the IGL gets the most support in that team, that everyone trusts him, everyone believes in his visions, and that's my job to do so, you know. And I'm doing that, even though my fragging is maybe not the best, but I know I have a huge impact on the team, outside of the team, outside of the server, inside of the server. Without me and without any of the team members right now, we wouldn't be standing here.
You said your fragging was not great. At this particular event, it was pretty decent. And you guys completed a historical chapter in the history of majors in general. You completed the first 0-12 comeback, won against Energy, and that was the game that made you progress into the next stage, which was quite remarkable. So I know it's quite difficult, but could you try and give us a little bit of a recap of how did that entire second half go through your mind? I imagine at the start of it, it was one of these moments where you were like, well, we've been eliminated already, so we're just going to try and play without any pressure and see how far we can go. But yeah, talk to me a little bit about that. How does one complete a 0-12 comeback?
It has to be some magic in it for sure. But for us, it was more like at the half break, there's always like after 12 rounds, there's a 3 minutes break. So you can relax, maybe breathe, you know, do some talking, maybe to get some loose in it. And for us, or for me, the most important thing was JDC said in the very beginning of the half was, guys, we're a unit. Like, doesn't matter if you lose, we go out of the tournament, we have more tournaments coming up, we are a unit and we stick together. And that was for me like, yeah, you're definitely right. We go through fire together, you know, and that's what we did. And then rolling up the game was basically, we won clutches, which we are not supposed to win. Faven with 2 HP won a clutch. Myself won a clutch on B side on Mirage where I go out long. And then after, Blame was really good in keeping us composed. And what he did was like counting the rounds. You know, it's like 6 rounds left, 5 rounds left. So it was always like a marathon basically where we kind of felt the end line, you know. And then at the end we just made it, and it was an incredible feeling. For us, it was impossible to do so. For everyone was watching, was like, we will never do that. Probably many of us cheering for us were like, oh, it's 12-0, let's just close the stream. You know, they didn't want to be part of it. But for me, it was like we wrote history. You know, it's like being part of this game in this type of tournaments, doing this unbelievable stuff is for me. This is crazy.
It is. I think it's one of these things that we will never forget. It's just one for the history. Lastly, because I don't want to keep you for too long, obviously, as you said, you won many tournaments this season, but a lot of them were not against the creme de la creme. Let's put it that way. It was Tier 2, Tier 3, some VRS, smaller LAN events. Now you've had the major. You've been able to experience playing against some higher level opposition, and I would assume the confidence is going to be a little bit higher, especially after that comeback. So what is next for the team? What are the areas that you think you guys should target in order to start being more competitive against the best teams in the world? Do you feel like you still have a lot of room to grow, so to speak?
Definitely a lot of room to grow. If I can say one thing, it would be definitely finding consistency in the most important rounds, because we have a really good system, but we rely on the pieces to make it work. And in some crucial moments where pressure hits, where maybe some discomfortable situation happens for the player itself, needs to reset and be the role player in the team to make the system work. And there we have a lot of room to grow, as you mentioned. But for me personally, yeah, we won tournaments which we attended. Like any other team wanted to win the tournament as well. They didn't give us for free, so we worked really hard for this. We managed to make it. Now in this tournament we lost against all the higher teams, Gamer Legion, Liquid, all these kind of opponents, which in my eyes and also in the team's eyes, we had chances to win. So it's a really good sign that we are doing stuff good. We just need to keep doing it, have more time with the team, be more comfortable with us, and yeah, there will be a huge tournament coming us in 1 week in China. It's a 1 million tournament, so I'm looking forward to just get this experience which we had here in Cologne to China and see how it goes. Because I'm really confident and comfortable in my role, in my team right now, that we definitely can get farther.
All right, well, thank you very much. I wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Dankeschön.